Okay. Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and staying safe. I know I sure am, despite having to work still and all, but we're doing everything we can to keep everyone healthy and out of harm's way. So, taking a break from Animal Crossing, I finally got into Fer.al's latest opening of their limited early access beta. Beta? I don't really know. Playing it, I gotta say I have a lot of questions, so in this video I'm gonna give my first two thoughts. Now I know it's still super new and not at all finished, so I'm keeping that in mind while playing. And so that's kind of why it's not very criticizing, being very gentle with it. After all, Rome wasn't built in a day, and judging an unfinished game too harshly seems a little bit unfair. We'll give a little compliment sandwich. First the good, then the bad, and then some more good at the end. So first off, I have to say that I really like the music. I know nothing about music theory, so I'm not going to pretend like I do. My peabrain kind of just goes, hey, that sounds nice, and that's kind of that. There's a lot of different music in the game for the different places you can visit, and from what I've heard so far, it's pretty nice and soothing. Second, the graphics. While it is super laggy even on low settings at the moment, I love the cartoony aesthetic. Normally I'm not a fan of this style, but with how Fer.al's models and characters are designed, it fits really well. The scenery and backgrounds are especially beautiful and just full of really nice aesthetics. Third, the chat filter. Of course, the second I start recording, someone has to swear because why not? I haven't really tested it out because I'm not trying to get banned in their limited beta, but it has a super lax and unrestricted chat filter, so unlike Animal Jam, Play Wild, or Classic, or whatever it is now, whatever, you don't have to worry about getting your messages blocked even when you haven't said anything bad. Alright, so as of right now, oh crap, right, I messed up, wait. Fourth thing I like is the housing system. Many of you might be too young to have been around for it, but the house reminds me of very much of Toontown. I always loved the housing system in that game, so to see Fer.al take inspiration from that was really nice to see. I'm excited to be decorating my home as soon as I figured out how to obtain more furniture. There are a lot of rooms available, and from what I see, it looks pretty easy to unlock more rooms and expansions, so it looks pretty fun. Alright, so that's all for what I like about the game so far, so let's get into some questions I have and some issues. Obviously, like I've said, the game is still new, so I'm being very gentle with my critique, but there are still some things I wanted to mention. For one thing, even though I praised the graphics earlier, they really need to be optimized. Maybe it's their server still being young or something, I don't know, but it's a very laggy game so far. As the game officially opens up, it will only get even worse if they don't fix it, so I really hope there is something that they're working on at this point, before it becomes released to the public. I've even tried putting it on the lowest graphical settings possible, and it still gets pretty laggy on my end of the screen when it's in a really congested area. Maybe my computer is just bad, but I don't really know. My next and probably biggest problem with Fer.al is that I can't really tell what it's trying to be. It looks like an MMO, like you have your typical fetch quest where you just grab an item, go from point A to point B, like an MMO, you craft items, you collect stuff, but there's no fighting? If I remember correctly, they said that Fer.al was supposed to bridge the gap between social media, which I guess is okay, considering Fer.al's currency seems to be likes or something. I don't really like that, honestly, I get it, but whatever. It just seems like it has potential to be a lot more than just social media. I went into Fer.al expecting being able to fight NPCs, other players, or even both, but so far it's kinda just running around collecting and crafting and being social. If that's what they're going for, then I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm personally just confused because of how much it resembles an MMORPG, but it isn't, I guess. I don't know, maybe not in the traditional sense. Taken from the Wikipedia article, it said that Fer.al is a game where teens can create their own fantasy animals and play games, complete quests, find ingredients, craft items, and much more. I really hope that much more means being able to fight or have more in-depth quests, a storyline, or even level up. That's all for my issues with it. Again, there aren't really too many since I'm aware the game is unfinished and still very new. It does look really promising. I do love how customizable your characters can be, and I can't wait to see what other types of creatures they release. The important thing to remember is that this isn't Animal Jam, so comparing the two would be like apples and oranges. I'm excited for Fer.al, and there are a few ways it can evolve into, and I hope that it becomes successful. It does give me that nostalgic feeling that I got from playing Toontown, but with more freedom and a better aesthetic, obviously because it's newer. I only hope that in the future we are able to have more things to do, and they make it clear in what direction they're going in. I personally do hope that it's an MMORPG route with a storyline and combat, but we'll see. For now, I think it's pretty fun and cute, and if you're able to play, I suggest you try and grab as many of the current items as you can. If Fer.al does take off, these early beta items will be worth a lot someday, in the game of course, provided they don't return, so get what you can now and sell later. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll try to put out more Fer.al content now that I've got access to it, in addition to Animal Crossing content. So, thanks for watching. Take care.